Good afternoon. I can't sing, but good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. One step closer to Friday. I hope everybody is going to have a fabulous 4th of July. Hello, everybody. Hello. How are you all? I decided I would go live because I said last night that I would go live. Hey, Lab 15. Hey, Winky Whispers. How are you guys? I just figured there's been, I figured everybody could come and chit chat, get away from the craziness on the tubes right now because the hypocrisy is real. Let me tell you, I needed a break. So I was like, you know what? I'd rather go live and talk about, I don't know, normal crap. Anybody? Hey, breaking the silence. How are you? I just saw you. I know. I thought Amanda Lynn was going to stay live longer, but she didn't. I was just in there after leaving the crazy hypocrisy of the other live and going in to Amanda Lynn's, but I thought she would stay live longer. But so I figured, why not? I'll go live, see how everybody's doing. And does anybody got plans for the 4th of July? I'm good. Enjoying the day. It's nice here, sitting on the porch, just hanging out. I'm actually working on a new case. I was doing that this morning. I decided that I was going to the case I'm working on is the House of Horrors. I decided I would do the Turpin family. I know that's a recent thing, so a lot of people know it, but I figured it would be kind of cool to go over it. Hi, Richard Arnold. How are you? Sweet Wee. Hello, darling. How are you? So that was the case that I was working on this morning. I'm not sure. Hi, little Kelly. I'm not sure when I'll go live about it because I just started it and there's a lot of notes to be taken. I kind of want to put a spin on it, kind of give a background more on Louise and David, because everybody knows the case. I mean, the children and what happened with, hey, Smokey P, how are ya? You dancing? I bet you are. You're always dancing. Oh, it's evening time where you are, Richard? It is 2:30 in the afternoon where I am. But I had an interesting thing happen to me this morning. I was out here out on my porch hanging out, and I usually let my dogs out from the front porch, but they're always leashed. I don't let them off the leash unless they're out back. I'm great. I hope all is well where you are. I'm doing well. So this morning, I let my dog out, and I wasn't thinking anything of it. I just put him on the leash and let him out. Next thing you know, a dog from 4 houses down came from my backyard up to my front. And my dog likes other dogs. Hey, Ash, you were a riot on Amanda Lynn's. You crack me up, girl. You just crack me up. So my dog usually likes other dogs, but for some reason, my dog does not like dogs in his yard. If we were on the street, he would lap them, he would kiss them, he would, do all kinds of dog things that they do. But for some reason, he's very territorial for my yard. He just is. So this dog came up. Hey, Tally girl. This dog came up and my dog lunged at him. I am so thankful nothing happened. I was able to grab his leash quickly enough and get him up onto the porch and get the other dog away, but he literally lunged right for the dog's neck. And I was like, oh my God. I got burnt, like rope burns on my hands from trying to pull him, but I got him up. But it could have been way worse. And I brought the dog back and everything's well. But that was my moment this morning. Got my heart rate up, that's for sure. I thought I was going to have a bigger issue. Ash, I'll be back in the truck ASAP, I promise. Hey, babe beauty. How are you? So does anybody have any good plans for the weekend? Any plans for the weekend? It's 4th of July weekend. Anybody going to see fireworks? Anybody having cookouts? I know with the corona, I don't even think they're doing fireworks. I haven't even checked. I don't think they are. I mean, I highly doubt it. So it's going to be, hey, Brandy J. I think it's going to be an awful boring 4th of July. So what did you guys think of that panel? What's your thoughts on that? I know Ash has her theories on it. And if you want to hear her theories on it, you can go to Mandolin's. She just got done with her live. Oh, I was cracking up. I just loved watching Ash because everybody knows how Ash works. And hey, Daddy Piss Berries. Everybody knows how Ash works. So I could picture in my mind Ash just typing things and laughing, like literally typing things and laughing because everybody knows she's a jokester and stuff. Hey, Mandy C. And to watch Tiffany come unhinged was a riot. I have never seen somebody get so triggered so quickly by words. I was dying laughing because I could see Ash literally typing and laughing because she knew she was going to get her. She knew she was going to fire her up. I was cracking up. But the other part of the live, she was triggered. But the other part of the live, the hypocrisy and the way that, I swear, they don't listen to themselves. I just said one thing and she went berserk. She did. And then she had that Mr. Positive White Knight. Oh man, he was after you. He is something else. That guy, let me tell you. So I just found it very interesting and very hypocritical what they were saying, like for Remy. Like, how dare Remy, Remy just let it go. Remy had every right to address that. She heard about it yesterday. She went on Carla's panel and she went on Makeup Monster's panel. She's not been jumping panel to panel that I have seen. She tried to address it. Pugs ran off scared. But for them to sit there and say that what Pugs was saying we should dismiss because she's going through a lot in life. All of us are going through a lot in life. But they did the same exact thing. They went panel to panel talking about Kim. She's going through a lot in life and they didn't have a problem. They didn't have a problem airing out private chats. They didn't have a problem, talking about how their friendship broke. And then they were bringing out personal things about Kim in her personal life. But that's okay. But Remy, she just needs to get over it. I couldn't even believe it. Mr. Negative was really talking to himself. He even said, so you got a mole because that's the only reason you'd say that. I have no idea what he was talking about. I gave up. I think he's talking about, I saw that, and I think because he's a Laura supporter and he's in Laura's Patreon and everybody knows Laura has moles. So I think he was trying to say, you're a mole in Laura's Patreon, because right before that you said something about Hummingbird. I think it was Hummingbird. How Hummingbird, it was somebody else. I think you said, Hummingbird, you're something in Discord. And we all know Hummingbird is a supporter of Laura's. So I think that's what he was talking about. He was trying to say you're the mole in Laura's Patreon. When we all know you would not be the mole in Laura's Patreon. You wouldn't even be able to last 5 seconds because it would drive you crazy. Oh, have a good day, Winky Whispers. Thank you for stopping in. They were just talking about Marsha, so I lost it. So I don't want to hear them whine. Yes, but they don't, but Marsha only talks about that. Marsha only talks about Laura. They don't talk about Marsha. They don't talk about Laura. But I can remember quite well when Makeup Mobster and Tiffany Marie were not friends with Laura. They used to talk about Laura all the time. How many lives did Makeup Mobster used to do about Laura? But now, because you're friends with Laura again, now everybody should leave Laura alone? Okay, that's what I mean. Like, I just couldn't handle the crap they were talking. Oh, yeah, I forgot I said that. I saw that because the mole put out a screenshot with Hummingbird in it. I was so focused on Tiffany's lies, I didn't realize what he was talking about. Yeah. I think that's I'm pretty sure that's what he was talking about. It made me so angry to hear her mark. I agree, Brandy J. Because, I remember another time when Laura used to drag Marsha all the time. It was Marsha out of Laura's mouth. And Makeup Mobster used to defend Marsha. Like, oh, she's such a sweet woman. Why do you got to pick on her? Leave her alone. All that. And now it's opposite. It's just crazy how it switches, how two-faced people are. It just blows my mind. Because even when I supported Laura, I never went everywhere. That's so uncalled for. I agree. DB, Laura's video of her letting Fluffer come on her chest while she fakes moaning is out there. What? There is a video out there, DB, of that? Ew. Gross. How can I remove that comment? I don't even know. It's on my own channel. And I don't even know how to remove it. And I don't think I have any mods. Yes, that there's a video out there. How did I just pin that? I didn't mean to pin that. Oh no, that's funny. That is disturbing, especially if it's a real video. That is disturbing. I didn't mean to pin that. I swear I didn't. I don't even know what I'm doing. I can't even remove it. It only gives me, I think I have to do it through YouTube, and I'm not on YouTube. I'm in Streamlabs, whatever I'm in, StreamYards. It only lets me put the user in timeout and block the user, and I don't want to do that. The mole has it? Which comment? Scroll up, Pixie, to, DB's comment. It can stay, but it's at the same time gross. Ugh. And then I pinned it, so I guess it's a little too late. I can't believe I pinned that. That is gross. DB, whose channel is it on? Yeah, oopsie. I can out-mod it if you need. No, I have Pixies in here. I think I'll be good. Thank you, though. I don't know where DB came. Maybe he came just to drop a bomb and left. But it would be interesting to see what channel that's on. Thank you, Pixie. I don't want to get, reamed for leaving comments up. Like, I really don't want to know about it though. So yeah, so just my thoughts on that whole live. It's just crazy to me because I can clearly remember Tiffany Marie and Makeup Mobster always saying good things about Marsha. Always. And I don't really know Marsha. I don't really go, hi, Magic Mirror. I don't, hi, BB. Oh, it's okay, Truth. Um, I don't really know Marsha, and I haven't really been in her, hey, Kiki, in Marsha's channel. I mean, she seems like a nice woman from what I've seen, and she does have content. It is not all about Laura. I mean, yes, do we all have stuff on Laura on our channels? Of course. But I think every single one of us have our own content. It's not all Laura like she likes to say it is. But hey, Black Dahlia, but for them to sit there and now talk trash about Marsha, like Marsha, you know, isn't a person, she is a person. And like you told Remy, go behind the scenes and talk. You don't have to bring it out into the public. You don't have to put it on YouTube. You're doing the same thing. Like I could have said so many things that they have done that they're trying to tell other people not to do. It was just mind blowing. It's like, do you guys really like play back your live and actually listen to what the words that are coming out your mouth? I really don't think they do. I sent you a picture, Jenna. You're famous. I'm famous? Let me look. I like being famous, I think. Let me look. Oh, I am. I am famous. I am on the big screen. Marsha is awesome and deserves none of this. Now, looks, this is YouTube, and that's what YouTube is about. It's about whatever you want and to talk about other creators. Laura's channel is all about us, so stuff at MMTM and LK. I totally agree. That is what YouTube is. Like, the only thing I don't think that should happen on YouTube is go real life. People's families, like Pugs throwing out Remy's, private life. I thought that was a no-no. I think that they should have cut that right then and there. But they literally sat there quiet and let Pugs do that. I think that's wrong. I think doxing is wrong. I think all of that is wrong. But slinging mud, that's what YouTube's about. That's why we have channels, is to sling mud at each other. We all have opinions. We're all women, and we're very opinionated women. So if you think we're not going to have a say in something that we don't agree with, or, whatever, you're crazy. So I agree. Pugs is unstable. She needs counseling and log off of YouTube. Yeah. Hey, Mojo. I just, I just got so frustrated with that live. I just had to get off. I was kind of glad Mandolin went live because it gave me somewhere else to go, because I was literally wanting to bang my head against the wall. Because I swear these people just don't listen to themselves. I'll put the link in case anybody wants to come up and add to what I'm saying. Let's see, paste. If anybody wants to come up and say hello or has something to say, come on up. But other than that, I mean, I can only imagine what's going to happen tonight and what's going to happen the weekend. Just like them saying, oh, leave Laura alone. She's been not even dealing with drama. Where the hell are you? She did a true crime live. After she ended her true crime live, she went and did 2 drama lives because her true crime couldn't get above 60 people. So then she does a true crime, a drama live, so she can, get her numbers up there. Oh, I had to go live once they brought Marsha up. and when they were so triggered by Ash. I know the triggered by Ash had me in hysterics, but like Marsha, I believe she's live right now and she's talking about COVID. Like every time that I've seen Marsha, it's very rare that I've seen Marsha talking about the drama. I mean, does she bring it up? Do people come on panel? It's easy to do. You know, you come on your live and you're set to talk about one thing, but the chat derails you. And it's nothing against you guys. You guys have your opinions and you want to talk about stuff, but sometimes it does derail you where you're not thinking about talking about something and then you're watching chat and they're bringing up different things. So has Marsha done that? Yeah, we all have. But Marsha does have her own content. Mandalin's coming up.
Hey, I had an appointment and they had to reschedule. So I was like, boo. I know I could have stayed live longer, but I just, if anybody still supports that behavior, I can't. Could you imagine if we were like, telling somebody what they should be doing, like that is sick, like they had a complete fit when they thought we were talking about Kim and I wasn't even talking about her. But yep. They talk about whoever they want. It's so old.
It is old. It is. It's true. They feel like they can talk about whatever they want and they're justified to talk about it. But once we talk about it or they assume we're talking about it, they lose their shit. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
And that's, I'm reading the Truth comment. She said, don't pick on Pugs because she's sick and dealing with a lot. What the fuck did they do to Kim? They hated Science Girl once she got into it with MGL. Now they love her. Like these people actually hated Science Girl. I don't want to hear that y'all made amends either because
they did.
It was like seriously the next day. Like she was bashing them in a chat that I was in. And we all, and you know, we went into her live and, oh, I'm fine with Laura. And now you're telling all the people that have been there for you, basically, who cares? Like, who cares? Whatever. You know, I don't want to hear about it. Really?
Exactly. Like Remy had every right to address that and want to squash that because Remy was completely right with you don't know who's watching and you're saying I wanted to kill somebody or somebody wanted to kill me. Of course you're going to address it. It's YouTube. That's what we do. And for them to sit there and tell Remy, oh, you just are panel hopping and when are you going to get over it? Stop talking about it. Like, really? But you can talk about Marsha every day, every time you go live. Yes. Every time MM goes live, she brings up Marsha at one point or another of her live.
Yeah, they're allowed to bring up whatever they want. It's so bizarre that like they're allowed to bring up anything they want, but the minute that we have an issue and we bring it up, you guys all you do is harp. What, you just harped on the same thing for 5 streams. What are you talking about? Like I don't get it.
Right. And Kiki just wrote, Marsha is entitled to her opinion. They are not entitled to tell her to off and die like she's nothing. I totally agree. For them to tell her to log off and, you know, aren't you sick? Like, you know what? I know a lot of people that are sick and they don't want to sit in their chair and dwell on their sickness. So maybe this is an escape for Marsha where she can get away from the everyday of thinking about her being sick or not feeling well. It gives her that hour or 2 hours, however long she's live, where she doesn't have to think about that.
Exactly.
I have chronic pain. I love coming on because it gives me time to not think about it. You know, it gives me an escape for a little bit to not think about, you know, what's going on around me or with me. So I don't think for them to sit there and say to log off, like really?
Yeah. And Marsha's we're like, you know, I'm really good. I love Marsha and she's made really good friends on here and we care about her opinion. Just because she's sick doesn't mean she doesn't have an opinion. That's so unfair.
Bye, Mojo. Have a good night.
Bye, Mojo.
She's making tea for her son and friend. Yeah, boy.
Yum. I'm getting ready to make snacks too. But yeah, they act like, you know, only their friends' illnesses matter. But oh my God, could you see if we were talking about one of their friends that were sick like this? Could you even imagine? I couldn't.
Oh, Jesus. They would be having panels for days telling us how wrong we are. And, you know, of course they would. And that is the crazy thing. It's just like, that's why I was saying, do they listen to themselves? Do they actually play back their lives and listen to what the hell they're saying? Because you can't say that and then do the opposite. You look dumb. Sorry, you do.
They
You
do, and
look dumb.
they were discussing M's illness, Marsha's illness, all in one stream. They were discussing people that they don't like illnesses and how they should be handling it, all while lecturing us about what we talk about.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Yeah, and that's what they do. Like, they sit there and say, "Oh, if you don't like us, don't watch us." Well, obviously, if you don't like us, don't watch us, but you do. You sit there and watch us so you can go live and talk about what we're talking about. Don't watch us. It's I just can't with them. I can't. I'm just so disappointed because I used to really like MM. I thought she
Oh,
was, down to earth. I thought, and it's totally different. I don't know what changed. Well, I have my opinions on what changed, but I'll keep that to myself. But she has definitely done, in my opinion, a complete 180 from what she was before to what she is now.
oh yeah, she was the biggest one to talk about Laura. Like I can remember
Hmm.
her, you know, really going in on Laura, things that I don't even talk about, won't even discuss. She had no problem discussing them. She bashed her in private, and now it's like that's she doesn't even acknowledge that not everybody might be willing to forgive Laura. Like if you're not on the Laura bandwagon, you're not even welcome in her chat anymore. It's so fuck. You can't even have an opinion.
No, you can't. And it's crazy because she used to say, I don't agree with Laura. I don't agree with what she does, but if you guys like her, that's, your choice, but I just can't with her. But now it's all Laura rooting for, I swear she has pom-poms up, shaking them. Laura, 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 team Laura. It's ridiculous.
No, it
It is.
really is. It's ridiculous.
Mhm.
And it's a lot of her subscribers. I used to be very careful with what I said. I didn't like it. It's not a secret. I really never really liked her. But I would be really careful because a lot of people respected her and I didn't want to
Yeah.
upset people that like me. Those same people are like shocked by like every her whole attitude changed. Everything's changed.
Yes, there's been a couple of people that I've talked to that were really liked Makeup Mobster. That were in her lives every time she went live. Really respected what she had to say and how she had to say it. And now they're just like, we're disgusted. She's just changed so much.
Yeah, a lot of
She's
people even
not.
in our Discord liked her, and that was okay. It was cool. We all don't like the
Mhm.
same people. I have a lot of friends that are just so disappointed in her and how she's changed because if one thing was certain, you could have an opinion in her chat, even if it wasn't her opinion. Even if I didn't
Mhm.
like her, I gave that to her. She like
Right.
runs a cool chat. You don't have to agree with her. Now, if you don't agree with her, she sounds just like Laura,
Right.
just
And
like
she
her.
never used to kick anybody out for having an opinion either. She never kicked people out of her chats. She never, booted, unless it was a known troll. But she wanted people to have an opinion and she used to say, just leave them. They're allowed to have opinion. She's kicking people out left and right now and blocking people.
I
Yeah.
know it's so
Mm,
weird. It's so bizarre.
yep.
Like how much she's changed. I don't even I know why. I mean, obviously she's back with Laura, which that's great that they're friends. I don't care that
Right.
they're friends, but her
No.
whole attitude has changed. Like I ain't me because I've never liked you, but a lot of the people that really respected you and liked you, like that's why they're not in your chat now.
Right. It isn't about her being, for me, it was never about her making an amends with Laura. I could care less. If they want to be friends, be friends. What bothers me is we're showing you exactly what Laura has done and, proof of what Laura's doing. And you never would have condoned that. You never would have made an excuse for her. Nothing. And now that's all you do is make excuses for her. Well, how much can a woman take? This and that and this and that. No, she tried to fake a suicide and had her daughter put it on a community post so everybody thought she'd OD'd. And you're going to tell me that's okay because how much can the poor girl take? Really? We all know deep down Makeup Mobster doesn't agree with it. You can't tell me you agree with it. You didn't agree with half the stuff she did before, and you're going to agree with her on this? I don't believe that.
I
I
know.
think it's
There's
only
no
because
way.
she's our friend. I
Yeah.
really do.
Well, no, and now Laura's trying to rewrite that. I wasn't going to have my daughter put that on there. You guys are making that up, twisting that. No, Laura, why don't you go watch Rosewater? She actually got the clip that Tiffany advised you to take down. And it
Yep.
actually says, and don't worry about it, everybody's got the clip now. Like,
Right.
to strike her. You know what I'm saying? Because it's there. But she most certainly was. And she said her daughter was going to put it up there because she is the one, she was on YouTube at the time and she's the one that has all her passwords and stuff. She did say that. And she's lying now.
She is. Just like at first, when she first heard I was going to go on panel, because I did tell Diane, I'll go on panel. I'll tell you what I heard, but it's my word against hers. Bottom line, I don't have proof of it. And she tried to tell everybody that it was a lie. Then the recording came out, and then it went to a lie to that was fake. It really wasn't her. Like we got a voice recorder or something. And now it's not fake. Now she's trying to justify it in a different way that, I didn't do it. So what's the big deal? It never happened. I never did it. So nobody should be freaking out about it. You still had that thought process though, Laura. That's the thing. You still had that thought process.
Yeah,
Like, I don't think like that.
Twist it right now. Like last night, she said that we're twisting it. No, girl, we're not. You can go listen for yourself. She's like trying to rewrite history now. And you can't rewrite.
That's what she always tries to do. I mean, even when you guys were bringing out stuff, she would try to rewrite history, just like she wasn't involved in some of the conversations that went on. And there's proof she was involved in those conversations. She always tries to talk herself out of it, but the proof is there. The proof is in the pudding, as people say. It's out there. You can't. But people buy it, and that's what blows my mind. There's subs and Patreons that actually buy the bullshit, and I don't get that. I don't get it. It's right there in black and white or in a recording. How can you?
It's so weird because you can tell that there'd be like previous conversations to certain things, and she talks in voice chat a lot of voice, well, Facebook call, whatever, it was before Discord. But she didn't write anything. You're right. She didn't write anything. No, it was talked about before that. Like people don't just, but whatever, they're going to believe what they're going to believe. And MM is going to probably wisen up one day, but it's going to be hard to come back from this for her.
Right. It is. It really is. If you could have just mended your friendship with Laura and still stayed yourself with morals and, the way you used to think, I think nobody would have had a problem with it because nobody cares who's friends with who on here. But you completely changed and turned into Laura, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, she's like a watered down version. It's like not even, she doesn't go as far, but she does. She acts just like her.
Yeah. She does. Laura to team up and ask Dave to go after Jennifer Lynn. Yeah. And for Laura to even talk to Dave, that just blows my mind. I mean, Dave had said some awful things about Laura's daughter. And I'm sorry, if somebody talked about my daughter like that, there would be no going in your chat. There would be no forgiveness. I don't care if you said sorry. It wouldn't. Oh, I got to mute. Hold on.
Let me read chat. Yeah, I mean, she did team up with Dave. You're right. Life Rewinded. She did. And she, RWP, there's been several occasions that she has other people go and do her dirty work. So, yeah. No what, Magic Mirror? What do you say no about? I didn't.
Sorry, I'm back. My husband just got home, so the dog's freaking out. Magic Mirror, no to what?
I know, I asked too. I didn't take it as her asking to go after people. I was taking it as her saying, why are you going after like people that don't go after people? That's how I took what she said, but I'm not her. Oh, it's storming really bad. I gotta jump off and go roll my windows up. But thank you for having me.
Bye. They had our WP go after Brian. See, I don't know all about that, Magic Mirror. I don't go into those chats, so I really don't know much about that. So, I mean, Amanda Lynn probably would know more about that, but I don't know much about that. I told the Rev to debate someone who gave him a run for his money. They sure did, Magic Mirror. Oh, see, Mario knows. Mario said yes. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's, I don't know. I just think it's crazy, all of it. I mean, but it's YouTube. It doesn't shock me. People change, you know, their opinions as they change their clothes, I swear. But I just feel like we see things and you can see them clearly. If you step out of the circle you're in and step out from the friendships and the loyalty to somebody, because a lot of people get fogged because they're friends with somebody. A lot of people get fogged because they have loyalty to somebody. But once you step away from that, and it doesn't mean step away and not be friends with them, it doesn't mean step away and not have loyalty to them, but actually just step away and see what is really going on. It's I think you would see it differently, because I truly feel does not agree with everything Laura does. I really truly believe that, and I know some people believe she backs her 100%. I truly don't think so. I think that she is friends with Laura, but she holds Laura at it at arm's length. Like, they're civil, they talk, they're friends, but at the same time she doesn't agree all the time. But instead of saying I don't agree, she just doesn't say anything at all, and then she goes on a panel and defends her and defend her. It makes you look bad. Don't defend her. Yes, people have talked about Laura, but Laura has talked about others. Laura has dragged others, just like, we can't sit there and just say everybody goes after Laura all the time, when that's not the case. And like they said on their live today, that kind of took me back, because I know I haven't done that, where they're saying that we take innocent people like her Patreons and her subs and we drag them in because they support Laura. For me, I don't agree with that, because everything I've ever said since I started my channel, I have used Laura's words. Any screenshots that I've ever shown, I had blacked out the Patreons and stuff, just like the one Mandy Lynn just put on her community page. I could have absolutely blasted that Patreon for acting like Blonde Bay, but I felt like that's not fair to her, because I truly feel like she pretended to be Blonde Bay to get onto the other side because Laura wanted her to. So I crossed out her name and only showed Laura's words. So I know for me, it's only Laura's words. Hey, Trace.
Hey.
Hey.
No. What I said to Life Rewinded, and I totally disagree with what she did yesterday. And she brought up the fact that, that Laura went to Dave to go after Jennifer Lynn. Well, everybody in Patreon can tell you that was my last straw with Laura.
Yes. That's the day you left.
I left because of that.
Yes.
But I also disagree with Life Rewinded asking that dude, who nobody knows from Adam, to go after Laura. I'm sorry. Wrong is wrong. Right is right. I don't care. I don't want to see anybody ask anybody to go after anybody.
No.
And so I know Life Rewinded is like, well, I just told him to go debate somebody. No, Life Rewinded, you actually said to go to Laura's. And like I said, I don't agree with that. I didn't agree with it when Laura did it to Jennifer Lynn. And God knows me and Jennifer Lynn aren't friends. And I don't agree with somebody doing it to Laura.
I agree. I'm in the same boat as you. Even though, I have my issues with Laura, I am, like Makeup Mobster said, you should say exactly what Laura has done. Even if we sat here and told you exactly what Laura did to us, Laura would lie about it and say that never happened. So it's kind of pointless. But I still don't believe anybody should be going after anybody's real life. I don't care who you are.
Well, it's just like what just went down with Pugs. I'm sorry, Pugs. I have no problem with you, but you said what you said about Remy, and you said it in public. So
Yep.
for now to come back and say, oh, it was just a figure of speech. No, Pugs. You went on the phone with Laura and tried to convince people that
Hi, Bluebird on my shoulder.
that Remy wanted to kill Ninny, or Ninny wanted to kill Remy, or somebody was wanting to kill each other. No, Pugs, you don't get away with that. But Tiffany and Makeup Mobster's like, well, you all got to understand, she's going through a lot. Well, that breaks my heart, that her son is ill and, she's going through a lot. I don't wish that on anybody. But where was their compassion with Kim?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Fuck that.
Life Rewinded said, I never said anything about going real life, ladies.
No, you told him, why doesn't he go after somebody like Laura? It's still up. The live is still up, Life Rewinded.
Trisha, I know, what proof are you looking for? I missed it. There's either proof or not. The longer you wait for proof, the less credible that proof is. Just saying. I missed what you were asking for, Trisha. Trisha, the Patreons may have proof. I hope they can release it. On the Blombe thing, I don't know if Blombe, like I said on Carla's, Amanda Lynn put the screenshot up on her community post of Laura basically saying this Patreon was Blombe. And she said, she asked about a voice recorder, asked if she could, if that voice recorder would change the person's voice to sound like somebody else. So do I know if Blombe is real or if Blombe was the Patreon? I don't know. I personally believe that Blombe was real. But I feel like Laura had a Patreon pretending to be Blombe to go to the other side to get info from the other side to be able to bring back to Laura. So I think Blombe is real, but I don't think Patreon was Blombe the whole time.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Dixie?
Hey, so Life Rewinded, I think yesterday, I listened to it a couple times. She was saying, do you know LK? And, he was like, yeah. And she's like, well, why don't you go after someone like her who has bullied and tormented so many people, so many ladies or whatever around this community, rather than jumping on panels, starting crap with people?
I agree with that. I agree with that.
But
that's no different than what, and you all know how I feel about Laura, but it's no different than what Laura went to Dave and said to him about Jennifer Lynn. So right is right, wrong is wrong. I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't think you should be telling anybody to go after anybody. I mean, I just don't think that's cool.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I think she was basically just saying, go up on her panel and talk shit.
Life Rewinded just said, oh, I lost it. Hold on. I said, go after Laura. I challenge you to go debate her. Go listen, is what she's saying. And then she said, Life Rewinded said, since they are both so angry and want to let anger out. No. She asked Dave to put Jennifer on the dark web.
Okay, my whole point is don't ask people to go after people. That's all I'm saying. I don't think that's cool. I wouldn't like it if somebody, said, Jenna Moon, go after Ash 274, or go after Marianne. I don't like that shit. And
Right.
that's all I'm saying. It's
And
none of
maybe
the
she
shit.
could have worded it differently, because we take go after, meaning like you want to have that person go after that person in real life, attack that
Right.
person in real life. Maybe you should have said that just, why don't you go debate Laura?
Yeah.
I think it probably wouldn't be such a big issue as it's that go after. And if I'm wrong, Tracy, you can correct me. But
No, I just don't think it's cool to tell anybody to. I mean, I don't care who it is. I wouldn't want to hear Laura or anybody else say, hey, go after Life Rewinded. You know,
Mhm.
it's just my opinion.
Right.
It doesn't mean I don't like Life Rewinded. It just means that's just my opinion. I didn't think it was cool. There's a lot that goes on here I don't think is cool. Shit,
So,
I do stuff that's probably not cool. But
right.
it's just my
Yeah.
opinion. But I'm
Right.
getting a text message, so I got to get down.
Okay. Life
All right.
Rewinded said I did, and I made sure I said later, I mean debate. So at first she probably said it and then later changed it to debate. But I get what Tracy's saying. Real life, I mean, we've all been that way. Me and Tracy, I just don't think real life should happen, period. Throwing tomatoes, throwing however you guys want to say it, sling mud at each other, whatever, that's fine. But when you say go after, or it kind of makes it sound like you want them to go after her life. And that's no matter if it's Laura or anybody. I think that's where Tracy was coming from. Right?
Mhm. Yes, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I echoing?
No,
Okay.
maybe try talking.
Am I echoing?
Nope.
Okay.
Life would never suggest real life. I think it was a Do you guys hear that? I got a thunderstorm coming. Hey, Puss in Boots. Yeah, I mean, I think it was just a misunderstanding. I agree, Mandolin. I think that in like Life Rewinded said, I wasn't there. I haven't heard it, so I don't really know. But Life Rewinded said she did make sure she went back and said debate. So I think it was a misunderstanding. And like Tracy said, she likes Life Rewinded. She has no problem with Life Rewinded. She just felt like those words made it sound like you wanted her to go after, you wanted him to go after her. Well, my apologies. I did not mean it in that way. I realized what I said at first. No, I would never wish that on anyone, although she has threatened to on many.
She has threatened her on many occasions, and we know that for a fact. So.
Yes, we do know that for a fact. That includes you, right, Molly? You need a timeout too? We need a panel only for people to come with grievances. It opens to all subs. A total neutral creator to run it. I agree, Pop Trauma, because it might end all this craziness that's going on. I mean, I don't know. Some people you can't talk to, though, and that's what makes it hard. But I think the subs should be able to have a voice, just like the creators have a voice. Because I think you guys get lost in the shuffle sometimes, and you guys have opinions, and you guys see things differently where a creator might not see it. Yeah, because they're on a panel just talking away. They're not really thinking what they're talking about. I think that would be a good idea, Pop Drama. I can only stay a few minutes. I have a session. I'm just not ready for it. I'm sorry, Molly. Well, thank you for coming in. The people's behavior is unacceptable. Yeah, there's a lot of behaviors that are unacceptable. Absolutely. But that is, I mean, I don't know who would be able to be a neutral channel, though. Because we're all in this community together, and we all, bicker with all of each other. I mean, everybody's bickered with everybody at one time. It would be interesting to see who we could have as a neutral channel that wouldn't have an opinion, that doesn't really know the whole background. That would be a tough one.
What would that do?
I don't
I
know.
mean,
Like who's saying to try to hopefully diffuse some of all this fighting, but like I said, sometimes it doesn't matter. Like I just said, there's some people you just can't convince or make them change their mind. So would it really go anywhere? Maybe not. But maybe some. Some it
yeah,
might
or if people have
some.
something to say, they can just like jump on a panel that they're comfortable with.
You're right. Yep. Somebody
You know.
said Jen's panel. That could be. I mean, I think it should give the subs the right to come up and say things that they need to say. I don't know though. It could make a bigger mess though. I mean, it's
Maybe
definitely
I'll
a flip
message
of a
Katie
coin.
and see if she'll do it.
Yeah, there you go, Katie. Yeah, because she doesn't really know anything that goes on.
No.
Creators don't want to leave their channels to be attacked by another channel. It's just an idea.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey P. Oh, what about Smokey P? Yeah, Smokey P might be a good channel too. It's definitely something to think about. I'm not saying it's a horrible idea, and I'm not saying it's a great idea. It's definitely a flip of the coin. It would be, people would have to go on.
Smokey P, that's a good one. He'll do it.
Yeah, Smokey P is a good channel because he's very level-headed. He doesn't get angry. He can make light of things. Even I think he would be a great panel to do it on. Hey, Dova. I know everybody loves Smokey P. He's just he's kind of like the sunshine to this community, I think, me personally. I don't think I've ever seen that guy in a bad mood. He is always happy. He's always dancing. He's nice to everybody. Whiskey is too.
Hi, True Helper.
This girl, and even Wogs. Wogs is the same way. I mean, I think it's a good idea, but it could be a big shit show. So I don't know. It's definitely something everybody could maybe talk to Smokey P about doing. Hey, Winky Whisper.
Yeah, he was supposed to email me. I don't know if he did or not. I need to check when we get off here and see.
Yeah, it's definitely, because like I said, he is such a level guy, and I think he would be a great mediator. And he does, I don't think he would side with one person or another. Jenna,
I'll be his co-host.
Yeah, Jenna, it needs to be one that has subs that aren't one-sided, open-minded. Yeah. And that's a tough panel to find.
Dova, tell him to message me whenever you talk to him next.
Oh, he's sleeping? Most know me as being not for BS. Plus, I get lost in this drama. Sub, Dova.
And he has the best voice ever.
Have you considered Lurking Logic? Their channel is awesome. They're non-judgmental and are open-minded as well. I have never heard of Lurker's Logic.
I agree, Life Rewinded.
I don't think they are interested in making peace. I agree. I think there might be some that might be interested in making peace, but I think there's going to be some we're just not going to get there with. And that's okay. But if we could kind of stop some of it, I mean, it's crazy around here. So there's some issues that could be squashed if they actually would just panel up and hash it out. There is some that I don't think would ever be resolved.
Yeah, I mean, like me personally, I'm content with how I feel and like my feelings towards each person. Like I don't feel that I would need to work it out. And I know that's just me, but I'm just saying, I don't know if is there like anyone in particular that like people
I've
are
seen, if I'm being honest, I won't ever make peace with MMTM and
right.
LK. I've tried with Laura and she's totally lied and twisted stuff. I agree. I mean, I think a lot of people have thrown out different ideas. Smokey P, Crime Logic. What else have I seen?
Yeah, Jenna, I think we should do Smokey P with True Helper, and then I'll be their co-host.
There you go. Definitely. I think if Smokey P does email you, maybe you can throw it by him and see what happens. See if
Yeah.
he's willing to, because who knows even if he's willing to, but if he is, it would be
Oh,
kind of
he
cool.
will be.
Yeah.
He will be. But now who is like who wants to work stuff out? Do you
Right.
guys know
That's the
like
other thing. Mm-hmm.
who are we gonna get to come up to try to work it out? Like, do people have ideas of like
Certain people.
yeah.
Yeah. Or, or certain subs that want to come out and that haven't been
Yeah.
able to talk and feel like they need a voice. I mean, what are you thinking? Are you thinking subs or are you thinking creators? True
Or
Helper,
both.
or both, right? True Helper
I'm
has
taking notes, so
the 5-star notebook is out, guys. Both. I see
Okay.
one for both. I'm going to mute for 1 second, Pixie. Can you see chat?
Yeah.
Okay, give subs a voice type of deal. So we got subs, both. All right, I got to mute for just a second.
Okay. Yeah, I like that, Dova. Now you guys gotta give me ideas on like creators and subs that you guys think need to or would hash it out. Or creator and sub. Hi, Smokey. Bye, Winky. Oh, thank you, Dova. Yeah, he just said he messaged me. But I'm afraid to click out of this because some may be nervous of retaliation for him. Yeah. Well, I'm taking notes. You guys got to give me ideas on creators, like a creator and a creator, subs for a sub, and then if there's like.
I wish subs would speak up, but I think some may be nervous. Retaliation for coming out. Oh, Smokey P's here. Yeah, I would love to give everyone a voice. I'll do that
Smokey,
whenever
come up.
you all want. We can do it on my channel if you like. That's awesome, Smokey. Yeah. I'll post the link if you want to come up, Smoke. And that way we can kind of give you an idea what everybody's talking about.
Yeah, we just need ideas
Ash
on.
says, yeah, I'm sure there's. Ash said, yeah, I'm sure there are quite a few subs that have opinions, but would probably be leery about voicing them on panel, which sucks. It does suck because people shouldn't have to be fearful of having an opinion around here. And that's one of the things that, is hard, and that's why we were trying to think of a channel like Smokey P's where it's not one-sided. Smokey P is very level-headed and he doesn't really I just think he would be a great panel to do it.
But I see people put this like all the time, but I never see like like who needs, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like who wants to do that? Like who needs to hash it out? What creators, what's up?
Right.
I
That's
don't.
the thing. Yeah, it would be which creators, which subs. I can post my email and people could email me because I mean, we are just throwing this around today. Pop trauma just kind of threw it out there and we're kind of just going off of it, which I think is a really good deal. Oh, here comes Smokey. Hey, Smokey P.
What's up?
We're
Hi,
nominating
Smokey.
you.
Hey, I wasn't, I fell asleep a minute ago, listening to y'all, but, I didn't hear what y'all were talking about previous, but yeah, I thought about giving like, open a line of communication with subs, like, if they were too, worried about, I could open up the email and they could email me if they wanted me to say anything for them, anything.
Yeah.
I'm
I
game on
mean,
any of it.
I think it would be a good I mean, like they said, they think some subs might be worried, but some sub might want to come up and say what they have. And then we were thinking about who are the creators that might be willing to work it out, because we do know there's some creators that are just not going to work it out, but there might
Yeah,
be
some like to fight.
right, some do like to fight. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
that sounds cool. I like to laugh and get along better myself.
I know you do. That's why we picked you, because I was like, he's always happy. He's always in a good mood. He always makes light out of
Oh,
everything.
there's one. True
Oh,
Helper said he would love to speak with Laura, to be honest, not to attack, but to hash some things out that have been on my mind.
are you writing that down, Pixie?
I wrote it down.
Yeah. I get emails and a lot of comments where people are legit scared to come up. And that's just so sad. That breaks my heart because they're in this community just as much as we are as creators. The subs are what makes our channels, and they
They're the
shouldn't.
bread and butter.
They are.
Right, but if they don't, if I don't want to say if they don't have the balls, but if they don't, feel like if they're too afraid to speak about it, then there's
That's
no more that
fine.
can be done. So.
No, absolutely not. But it just breaks my heart to know that there are people that do have an opinion, but because of the way the community has been, they're scared to do it. And that just breaks my heart. That just.
I wonder if we could get like a voice changer where like we would know, like Smokey or someone would know, like that it's legit, that it is, who they say it is, and they do have something to say to somebody. We could like change their voice.
Right, because
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah, and on StreamYard, there would be no rules of having to cam up. I don't think anybody has to cam up if they don't want to. And I want to say on StreamYards, you can change your name. You can come up anonymous. If you have something to say and you don't want people to know it's you, come up anonymously, and you don't have to be on camera.
Yeah, you don't.
No.
Or if you guys know, if you guys know someone that wants to, you could just, Jen, they could email me if you want, or you.
Yeah, or Smokey P. Things we're doing it on Smokey P's panel. I mean, if anybody wants to do this and he's willing to do the open panel, definitely you can email Pixie, me, or Smokey, and we can get together and figure this out so we can do it.
If you like, I'll set up an email and we could all, like, they can email it there. And if you want, we can all three have the credentials to it or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
I'll do it right now. While we're on the while we're on the panel, I'll do it on my iPad.
Okay. I'm gonna mute. I got a trash truck.
How you been, Pixie?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm groovy.
I got to speak to you 2 days in a row.
I'm sorry, I forgot to hit you on Hangouts yesterday.
That's
It's
okay.
like every single day something crazy happens. Every day something
Yeah.
crazy happens.
Oh, I know. Same here. Nonstop. True
Another
helper is gonna
thought I
cam
was
up.
Another thought I was thinking, like Pixie, like you would say, like you said, you would be like, you could even go up and be Smokey P's co-host. I mean, you could even be a voice for the subs
Person.
that have something to say, but don't feel comfortable coming up, where they could email you and say, "This is what." So it could be just, I don't know how it would work.
No, absolutely. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm game on that.
I'll say
That would be
whatever
really
they
cool.
want.
Smokey P makes peace. Hallelujah, right? I think he's the great candidate for this. Really do. Smokey
Well,
P
that was
isn't
kind of
really
like,
at odds with anybody. No, he's not. That's why he's a perfect candidate. He doesn't fight with anybody. He doesn't get into the drama. He gets along with he tries to get along with everybody.
So he would have been the perfect Bob Barker too.
Yeah, right. It's like trying to reason with her hormonal preteen. There are. Like I said, there's going to be some that are not going to have it, not have anything to do with it. But I just feel like I said, the subs are what make our channels and make us do what we do. And I just feel like they get lost in this fight. They get lost in this drama. I mean, some of them create it. Some of them are just lost in it and they feel like they don't have a voice. And I think, like we said, hashtag subs life matter. I think they should have a voice. They should be able to say what they want. Because you see subs not even being allowed to go into another channel because they're fighting or whatever, and that's just I don't like that. That's why I have my channel where everybody's welcome. I don't care what side you're on, because to me there is no side. That's why I nominated you, Smokey P. I have yet to find anyone that dislikes you. I agree, Puss in Boots.
I needed a niche too. But this could be my thing. I'm scared right now. 1980.
Who is TH? Everybody's asking who TH is. I don't know.
True helper.
True helper. Yeah. The problem with PQT in rational calm discussions is that she will just try to convince whomever that she is the downtrodden, lowly picked on person, and she never has done a damn thing, which is just not true. I agree with that, Ash.
And she'll say, no, they can come on my panel, and I'm going to block them all so they really can't.
Right.
Okay, you ready for the email?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It's called Subs Lives Matter at yahoo.com.
Perfect.
You don't get those.
And it's all lowercase.
All lowercase?
Yes, ma'am.
Pixie, can you type that into the chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Can you type in chat when you're on here?
Yes. On StreamYards? Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
you should have a post a comment. Maybe Smokey P can do it. Yeah, somebody just write it in there.
I don't even see that.
I'll do it right.
You don't see it?
No. I never have.
I got it.
Like I can type in the private chat, but I can't the other
You have
one.
to go to YouTube to do it, Pixie. You can't do it in StreamYard unless you host.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you, Dova.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So Dova just posted the email. So anybody
Yeah.
that's in here that has some ideas of who they would like to talk about or subs that would like a voice, just email subslifematter@yahoo.com.
Friend of mine did.
And then Smokey will figure
I'm
out,
gonna send y'all the credentials.
once we get a couple of people willing to do it, then I'm sure that's when Smokey will figure out when to do the panel. Because we don't want just
Yeah.
like 1 or 2 people, because then that's kind of pointless. I think if we get a couple, then that's when he can do the live.
Yeah, and then we can like what is today? Tuesday? Maybe like by Sunday or by Friday or Sunday or something, we can if we have enough, we can come up with the day to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
I got to get it.
Yeah. And I think, like, I'm sure Truth, if she goes live, she can bring it up. And,
Yeah.
And Lynn, if you go live, Smokey, and kind of get it going around the community and see if anybody bites. I think
That's a really good idea.
I think so too.
I know the Truth will like it because we were kind of like trying to like combine the sides already.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That not really sides, but you know what I mean.
Right. Exactly. Trying to get everybody to come together again and
A whole,
as
as whole again.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot better to trip out with 1,000 people than to fuss with 1,000 people.
So we'll call it Subs Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Your bucket?
I'm going to leave that there, Ash. All creators, talk about Subs Life Matters in your stream so we can get the people thinking. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
And make sure everyone gets it. Amanda Lynn can get in touch with me directly. So obviously the Truth and Jenna and Smokey. So you guys make sure you tell me
You pick.
who has emailed or whatever.
Yes, definitely.
And if somebody, like we'll be fair too, we'll look at both sides of everything, and if we'll try to work it out in the correct manner. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There are no judgment, no favoritism, no nothing. You're just open-minded, listening to both sides and trying to figure it out or come to a common ground where there's not this back and forth all the time, where they can actually put it to bed and let it go.
Put it to bed. That's yes. Exactly. Let it be.
Hey, Ginger
Move
Lax.
forward.
Well, maybe we shouldn't call it Subs Lives Matter because creators can do it too.
Correct.
So
Community,
peace on the tubes.
community lives matter because we're trying to do it as a community. I mean, the email is Subs Life Matter, but we could do it as Communities Lives Matter because we're all
Or just common ground.
or common ground.
Yeah, that's a good one. Common ground.
That is a good one.
Can you change
Right.
Can I change the address or what? Like just leave it the same?
I
leave it
think
the
I
same.
will just leave it the same, and then we'll just name the live common ground. And yeah,
That sounds great.
yeah.
That'll work good because there's more subs than there are creators,
There is. There really is.
And they are what makes the merry-go-round, Without them,
Right. Without them, we wouldn't have our channels, none of us, not anybody, we wouldn't have anything. There wouldn't be our, nothing without them.
Well, and you guys are subs too, so.
And we are. Even though we're creators, we're subs. You're right.
you're exactly right about that. And you start out like that usually, that's how I started. I watched people and then I was like, hey, I want to do that.
Yep. Yeah, that's how I started out too. I mean, I was a sub for over almost 2 years before I started a channel,
Me
so
too.
I was the same way. I just watched and talked and kind of got ideas from other creators and decided to finally take the plunge. Hi, Carla.
Hey, Carla.
One that can talk about it too. I know she's just coming in, but we're talking about having Smokey P do a panel to give people voices and maybe squash some of the stuff that's going on around this community, and we're going to call it Common Ground. And if you basically give everybody an option to have a voice, whether you're a creator, whether you're a sub, anything you want to talk about. And we picked Smokey P as the channel because we feel like he would be great at being that person without judgment. Where are we doing it on Smokey P, but we just don't know when yet. We're going to make sure we get a couple of people before we do it.
So far, we have True Helper versus Laura, but that's if she'll do it. I don't know.
Right.
We're going
No, honey, I'm not gonna lay down. I'm all set. Thank you.
Leah at Jenna, hello. May I make a suggestion? Can everyone rethink not wanting to resolve things? Rethink that. That might give hope to some that are afraid to speak if they see them doing it. Yeah, definitely. Maybe instead of resolve things, just have a voice, or
bring attention to whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it might not
Bring
get
attention
resolved.
to it,
Right. Or bring attention to it, right.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to, want to call someone out, or not call someone out, make peace with someone. If you just want to say, I don't like how this creator or sub does this, and that, that's just as good. I like that.
I like that too. Leah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
True Helper, please.
Yeah, I have a couple of grievances myself,
Please let her know.
Oh, you do, Smokey P? You got some grievances too?
This will also help show a different side to her. I don't judge anyone.
Actions,
And that's where it's good for you to have another panel person. So if you want to get in on it, where Pixie could kind of be the mediator for you, because you deserve a voice too. Just because it's your channel doesn't mean you don't deserve a voice too.
I'm with you. I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
So that right there, I've already got one topic that I know we can discuss right now that it's going to be a good one too, Just thinking in my head right now.
There you go. Gingerlock's mom said she's in. Make a 2-for-1. Everybody seems excited in the chat. So I'm really excited for it. I hope it all works out and we can get some.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. It's going to be real cool. Uh-oh. Did I lose y'all?
No, we're here. And I'll help keep the peace, Truth Helper. I'll help keep the peace and bring sponsors of 20 years trust. I have put them out. I put out many fires. I just wish we all would do better and be a bit kinder. We have no idea how our words and actions have affected anyone on here. I agree, Leah. And that's what we're trying to make people see.
That's said very well.
Yeah.
They still got the trophy. We did a game night and they whooped my butt and they still got the trophy.
That's red.
All right. So
Pixie fell off.
Yeah, Pixie fell off. And I have to actually go. So we can definitely, like I said, if everybody could spread the word, and Smokey just created the email. It's called Subs Life Matter at Yahoo. It's Yahoo, right? Yahoo.com.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you would like to go on Smokey's Peace panel to discuss whatever you're feeling, to try to bring peace back to this community, email and we'll get it together and just watch for Smokey P to put out.
It's open for everybody.
Yes, it's open for everybody. Subs,
Creators,
anybody. Let's try to get this community
everybody.
back. So thank you, Smokey, for
Got a
coming
tip
up.
for the second subject.
Yes. Thank you for coming up, and thank you for being willing to use your channel.
Yeah, hell yeah, I'm game. Hey, see chat later. See everybody.
All right.
Thanks for
Bye,
inviting me up.
Smokey. Bye. All right, everybody. I'm going to jump off. Thank you guys for all coming in. Thank you guys for supporting our idea. I think it would, I hope it works out, and I hope people feel safe enough. Like we said, even if you're a sub and you don't feel comfortable, you can always come anonymously and email Smokey, and you could come on panel and be, oh, you missed it, Marsha, I'm sorry. You'll have to rewind. There's so much, but we've come up with some ideas. Smokey P is going to be the channel that we are going to do it on. If you guys missed some of this live, just rewind. And thank you guys for all coming in. If you haven't subbed, please sub. If you could hit the likes, I would greatly appreciate it. And I talk to you all later. Have a good Tuesday. Bye, guys.